Hi, I'm Kim Barbarino. I'm an Royal Crown Diamond with Young Living, currently getting paid as an executive, and I have been doing this business for just about a year and a half, maybe a little bit less than a year and a half. And my business took a very long time to get off the ground and running. But I had complete faith in the business that this love, immense love that I have for the oils was going to bring me somebody with like-mindedness, and eventually my business was going to take off. And sure enough, it did. In the past few months, it has been exploding and very exciting time for me and my team, and I'm extremely grateful for that. One of the things that got me real turned on with Young Living was the heart of the company, Gary Young himself. When I first got my oils, we kind of had like this staring contest with each other. It was like, was the box gonna blink first? Was I gonna blink first? Like who was gonna make the first move? Because I had not attended a class, so I really wasn't specific on what to do with these oils. How are they supposed to support me and work for my family? And so we kind of just sat there and watched each other for a little bit. And then after a while of staring at them, I decided I was going to delve into the company and figure out sure enough, what did I get? And I started studying about Young Living as a company, and that is Gary Young. And just completely fell in love with his ethics, his morals, his integrity, his tenacious spirit, how he just would not give up, taught himself French so he could go over there and gain the respect from these esteemed distillers, and just learn kind of all of the proper techniques and how this was sort of done the right way. And I really respected his entire life story. And that is who I wanted to sort of model myself after. And I thought, well, if I'm going to be a consumer and I'm going to be giving somebody my money, I want it to be with a company where I really value the product and I really value them, rather than most companies who just kind of take your money and they don't really care about human beings, and they don't really care about who you are as a person and your health and wellness and things like that. That was the complete different experience with Young Living. And so I thought, this is just a match made in heaven. I love how charitable and philanthropic he is. I love that he puts money into education and clean water. I love how he just treats the earth so tenderly and cares for that. As if he himself created it. And I just think that he's such a rare and special person that is just kind of who I want to be, who I want my children to see, and perhaps leave a legacy behind in that same way. And so I am a yellow, and that's kind of the character traits of yellow. I tried very, very hard not to be a yellow. I always thought I was a blue. Would have guessed I was a blue. Took the test several times, and first couple times I took it, I was yellow, and I'm thinking, no, I'm really a blue. I should be happy, bubbly, love people, community, loved living in the dorms, loved everything about a compound, let's all just get together, loved all of that. And I would take the test thinking I'm answering a blue, I'm gonna be a blue, and came up yellow. And then I was well, I really need my business to take off. I really need to be more direct and more proactive. So I'm gonna take this test thinking like a red, thinking more directly, and took it that way, and sure enough it came up a yellow. So now everything about me has just sort of solidified and validated that integrity and ethics and humanity and compassion, all of that really matters to me. And the rest of everything else can kind of figure itself out and work itself out. But if we just are not being kind, and we are not being diligent and purposeful and focused, really our lives don't really have a lot of meaning, and it's all kind of fluff. And so I just fell in love with that whole character of Young Living. And so I decided how can I not share this? Like, I'm not selling anything. I'm simply like, you guys just need to know about like Gary Young, and you need to know about this company, and like help the world. And little by little, we can all do this together. That phrase "together rising" is so beautiful, because it really does sort of honor everybody. Like, we are all here together. And so when I looked more into the company and looked at their 3 pillars, like the wellness, purpose, and abundance, again, that just fit right with who I am and who I'm trying to, what I'm trying to do for my family. We had already been using like almost exclusively organic foods, and trying to like be like into juicing. We went to the chiropractor, we did acupuncture, tried to use as many holistic modalities as we could possibly get. One thing always leads to the other, and could not believe I never heard of oils or came across oils before. And so the wellness piece was kind of already there, and I was always happy to add like something else into that realm, because it was just something that I truly valued. I lost my mom to skin cancer about 6 years ago, and that was kind of like the turning point. We had already been doing like the organic piece and some of the other modalities, but when she got diagnosed with cancer, it was sort of a catalyst for me to learn more about like health and wellness. And then it really became very obvious to me, like with learning about cancer in general, but skin cancer in particular, what we put on our skin really ends up getting into our skin and then into our lungs and cells and all of that stuff. And so for me, that was just one more piece of like why wellness was so important. And then just learning about these oils kind of unlocked this purpose in me. I really feel like I'm a disciple for Gary. Like, I just want to carry on this mission for him. I like lose sleep sometimes at night thinking, oh my gosh, like what if I never get to convention? What if I never get to like meet Gary? I like need to live for Gary and kind of carry out this mission for him, and kind of like get everyone on board and make sure that we all do this together. Being a mom, it can be very, very lonely, confusing, a lot of judgment, a lot of like competition and things like that. And so I'm a stay-at-home mom of 4, and that was kind of very huge blessing for me, but a very kind of like different piece of my life that like you just are never prepared for. And so when I got to get out there and share these oils with people and connect with like moms and adults again, and really like ignite something in me that was a true passion, I really figured this was my purpose. So went from wellness into a purpose, and I'm leading towards that abundance piece now. I am an absolute giver from my heart. I would give anybody the shirt off my back, provided, you had proper eyewear on to blind yourself from that. But I would give anybody like the shirt off my back. I absolutely love surprising people with little gifts, whether it's like little like short text messages and little pictures, or a little note, flowers, little presents. I love finding like the perfect Christmas gift for somebody, or the perfect birthday present, or the perfect anniversary present. I like love figuring out like what would make somebody feel like I really know you, and you are really special to me, and you're really important. My time with you, I value that. And so for me, having an abundance would just allow me to do that a lot more. I want to be able to surprise my friends and my family. I want to surprise people who have circumstances that they're dealing with that they are undeserving of, and they are trudging through and just being just really brave and courageous through their life. I would love to take some of that burden off of them. I would love to travel more with my family. I love traveling. I have been like all over the world, but I want to do it with my family. I want to do it with the people that I love and want to make more memories. When you lose somebody in your life that's really important to you, you learn how special and really truly like how valuable memories are for you. And so I would love to give my teammates and my friends and my family the opportunity to make more special memories, whether that is you know, this idea like where I would love to like get this retreat house or this beach house or somewhere where like my team could go and gather with me or their teams or their families, as a place to just retreat, regroup, renew, rejoice, like whatever it is. Like I would just love to like provide that for them. I would love to give back to my church. I would love to take like these teenagers. I'm Catholic, and so we have this amazing program. It's like this big retreat every 3 years called World Youth Day. I would love to be able to take a whole team of chaperones and teenagers to that, and just kind of inspire them to keep, you know, Christ in their life and their faith strong throughout their entire life. You know, just that's where I want this abundance piece for. I want to just be able to fulfill that whole prophecy that Gary has set before us, the wellness, purpose, and abundance. And so for me, this isn't a business. This is sort of a lot deeper, a lot more personal. And I just go out there every single time I talk to somebody, every time I teach a class, every time I read a blog or a book, or just get inspired by you on Mid-Atlantic. I just think like we have this movement going that we are going to make this world a better place. We are going to, you know, we're moving forward, but in some ways we're actually moving backwards. We're trying to get back to our roots and things that are really important and valuable to families and friendships and relationships. And I think that is how we are all going to leave our legacy and this world a better place. I can't wait to be a Royal Crown Diamond, but I absolutely don't want to enjoy any of that unless my team and my friends are with me on that journey, because this is about all of us, and we learn from each other and we get inspired by each other. You know, we just grow together, and I think that is just the beauty of this business, is that real vulnerability, that real intimacy, and I don't want to achieve anything without without that circle of love around me. And so I wish that for all of us and all of you, that we all kind of get there together. And just want to thank everybody. I know this might not be the greatest business tip or strategy, or you know, may not help your business specifically, but this is a really important piece. And I wouldn't get out there and take time away from my family and my friends, and spend like countless hours and days and times traveling and doing all of this if this was a business, if this was anything that wasn't this personal to me. I wouldn't be doing that. And so it's just such a beautiful thing that we have all like been given, and I just want us all to get there together. And I am extremely grateful for everybody who has put their trust in me so far, and I hope your businesses, I just actually can't wait to learn from everybody else, kind of like what these reds and the blues and everything, how their businesses are growing and being successful, from your perspective. So I think this is just a great thing that we're doing, kind of sharing our whys with everybody, and hope you all have a great day.